All right, so we are on lesson 1-2 on expanded form. What does it mean if you expand something? What does that mean? What does the word expand mean? Juliet? It gets bigger, yes. Anybody else? If you expand it?
It gets wider and longer.
Like you stretch it out, right? That is what we're going to do today. You already know that standard form, writing a number in standard form means what? What does it mean for standard form? Yes, Jaden?
Just normal.
Just normal, standard, the regular. You write the number, right? You know that if you write a number in number name form, what does that look like, Romy? The name, the actual words. You're writing out 4, F-O-U-R, 100, H-U-N. Good, so we know number name form and we know standard form. We're going to learn another form today called expanded form. What do you think we're going to do when we expand a number? It's going to look a whole lot longer, right? Okay. The value of each digit in this number can be shown by writing the number in expanded form. Expanded form, you know how that we talked about the place of a number and the place value? Place and value. These are the places, right? The ones place, the tens place, the hundreds place, the thousands, the 10,000s, the hundreds. Those are the places, and then there's the value of the digit when it's put in that place. Two different things. So this 9 is in the thousands place, but its value is 9,000. Exactly. All right, so here's how we're going to do expanded form. You are going to write each of the, let me move my cursor here out of the way. Each value is shown as a product of, does anybody know what that means, product of? Am I going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide to get a product of? Shepherd?
Multiply?
Exactly, you're going to multiply. Each value is shown as a product of the digit, these are all the digits, and its place value. The expanded form is the sum of the products. Okay, let me help that make sense to you. We are going to expand this number right here. We're going to make it longer. We're going to take each digit, we're going to write the digit times the place that it's in. Watch this. Okay, I need all eyes up here. I'm still waiting for a couple of you boys to have your eyes up here. Let's take this 4 right here. We're going to take 4 times, okay, the digit times the place that it's in. What place is this in? Lydia? No. What place? Well, okay, I see what you're saying here. What place is it really in? The 1 billion's place. So we're going to take the digit times the place that it's in, which is the billions. So here we go. 1 billion. 4 times 1 billion. That takes care of this digit, right? We can say check, done that one. We're going to move to the next digit. We have a 5. So we're going to take the 4 digit, we've expanded it. We're going to add to that 5 times, what place is this in? The 5 is in the, Kurt?
100 millions.
The 5 is in the 100 million spot. So we're going to take 5 times 100 million. Does that make sense? The digit times the place that it's in. Okay, I need a couple sets of eyes that I don't see up here. You're going to need to know this 10-minute chunk here to do your work. The digit times the place it's in, plus the next digit times the place it's in, plus the next digit, which is 0. When you see a 0, it's a freebie. You can skip it. Move to the next one. What's the next digit?
4.
4 times the place that it's in. What place is it in, Jaden? It's in the 1 million. So 4 times 1 million. We're going to add the next digit. What's the next digit? 2. So we're going to add 2 times 100,000. Are you getting the pattern here? 100,000 plus the next digit. Do you see how each digit I'm keeping it in a parentheses? You're going to take the digit times its place in parentheses, plus the next digit times its place, plus the next digit times its place, plus the next digit times its place, plus what's our next digit going to be? 9 times the place that it's in. What place is it in? 10,000. I need all eyes up here. I don't want you to miss it, okay? So don't be looking down at your pencil boxes. The next digit is 9. And what place is it in? 9 times the 1,000. Remember, we're taking it times. Some people get this wrong on their quizzes and tests because they put a plus here. We're not taking 4 plus 1 billion, because that would be 1,000,000,004, right? That's not 1,000,000,004. That's 4 billion. So you have to multiply here and then add all of them together. You're taking a digit and expanding it and adding it to the next digit and expanding it and adding it to the next digit, okay? I'm waiting for 2 sets of eyes that I don't see on the board, all right? I don't want you to go home and not know what you're doing for your homework tonight. We did the 9,000. Now go to the next one. We've got another 9 times 9 times 100 plus,
0.
woo, it's a freebie.
Yay.
Move along, and we've got plus
1.
2 times what?
1.
Plus 2 times 1. Did we expand that number? Yes, we sure did expand that number. So what you're going to do is you're going to know how to go back and forth and back and forth. You know how we went yesterday from number name to standard, and then I gave you the standard and you went back to number name? We're going to practice this going from standard form, and you're going to write me out the expanded form. And then I'm going to give you the expanded form, and you're going to tell me what the actual number is, okay? We're going to try some examples like that. How do you feel about this? Do you have any questions about this? Romy?
At the end, do we have to add it up?
You do not have to add it up, because if you added this up, you would get this. What you're trying to do is take this and expand it to show the digit times its place value.
So we're just expanding, like, literally the whole problem?
You're literally taking a standard number and you're just stretching it out and making a big, long addition problem of products. These are each products and you're adding those together, okay? That's why, look at this definition one more time. Now it'll make sense to you. Each value is shown as the product of what? The product of 2 things. The digit, right here, these are the digits, and the product of the digit times its place value. Okay, that's what you're doing. The digit times its place value is expanded form. All right. The next thing that we're going to learn, and then we're going to go to art, and when we come back from art, we're going to give some examples. We're going to get our whiteboards out and do exactly what we did yesterday, okay? You guys were really great at the whiteboard thing. We're going to try that again. Look at this last thing. I want you to put this in your brain before we head to art. You know how yesterday I said, if I have a 2 here, and I move the 2 over to the left, I increased its value by what?
10.
I multiplied it by 10. And if I move it over again, how much more is it worth?
100.
It's worth 10 more, or 100. And then 10 more, and 10 more, and 10 more. Every time you move a digit to the left, its value increases by what? 10. But what happens if you move the 2, let's take it, what happens if we take this 4 and we move it to the right? Then what happens? It divided by 10, exactly. It decreases by 10 times. So its value is actually only worth 1/10. You could either say you divide it by 10, or you could say you multiply it by just a 10th. And then you do it here, and you either say, I divide the value by 10, or it's worth 1/10 as much. We're going to say, if you move it to the left, it's worth 10 times as much. If you move it to the right, it's worth 1/10 as much, right? It's only a tenth of its value. So if I say to you, and again, we'll do this on the whiteboards when we come back. If I say to you, I have a 2 in the 100,000th spot, where would I move the 2 so it's worth 1/10 as much? Where would I move this 2 to make it worth 1/10 as much? If your hand is down, that means you don't know. If your hand is up, it means you do know. Where do I move the 2 to make it only worth 1/10 the value? Eli, do you know? Where do I move the 2 so that it's 1/10 of the value?
To the right.
To the right. Where do I move this 2 if I want it to be 10 times the value? Lydia?
Millions.
To the millions, 1 to the left. Good. All right. Keep all that in your brain. After art, when you come in the room, I want you to right away grab your whiteboard and a marker and be ready for a little quiz on this, okay? Not a quiz, just I'm going to quiz you. It's not an actual graded quiz. A fate quiz, yes. I'm just going to quiz you on my own. Okay, everybody line up for art. Keep your wings out and stay separate from each other, please.